Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Julian Mirivel, your professor of positive communication. In this video series, I share short stories designed to inspire you to communicate more positively at work and at home. This is story number 7. I know you're not going to believe this, but years ago, more than really 16 years ago, I was a smoker. I can't shy away from it. I was born in France. I was born in Paris, and really still to this day, French people smoke quite a bit. And so I was kind of raised in that environment, but I was never really feeling like it should be a part of me. I always had a problem with it, thinking that I was a smoker, but I had never really quit. One day I was having lunch with my boss at the time, chair of the department at the University of Arkansas, Little Rock. And we were sitting down together, just chit chatting. And he kind of knew that I was looking to stop smoking. And so at some point he says, "You know how you quit smoking, Julian?" And I said, "No, what are you talking about?" He said, "If you really want to stop smoking, what you have to do is you have to stop smoking one cigarette at a time." And it didn't really hit home right away. And so the days continued on. But a couple weeks later, I woke up and I noticed that instead of going outside to smoke like I had been doing for years, I found myself in the shower. And in the shower, I realized, I said to myself, "Oh my God, I just skipped the very first cigarette of the day. What if I could continue to skip smoking one cigarette at a time?" I actually shed a few tears that day. And I remember it was excruciating, but I just went from one cigarette to another and I made the decision to skip that cigarette. And I'm proud to tell you that it's been over 17 years now that I have been smoke free. It all came from this really easy, small piece of advice, that took place more than 17 years ago at a Burger King. But I can remember that moment of communication like it was yesterday. Leaders and people, we can use communication as an opportunity to give what people need. We may have expertise, we may have knowledge, we may have ideas. And if we don't share them, we are not able to connect with them. And what makes communication so beautiful is that when we say something, when we speak it out loud, it becomes and has an afterlife. It lives on beyond the moment, just like it lived on 2 weeks later when I needed to quit smoking and made the decision to do so. And it continues to live on now as I'm sharing this story with you today, more than 17 years ago than it took place. So if you want to be a great communicator, realize that at any moment you have the opportunity to create something, a moment, a sentence, a phrase that will live on with the other person and continue to influence them in a positive way. Thank you so much for being part of this. I look forward to connecting with you everywhere.